Hey there everyone, welcome back to Modelverse Studio. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Here we are once again with another monthly Gundam kit haul video. Within this month's picks, we got some very special new kits that I can't wait to get started on. Along with our main Gundam kits, we've also picked up some 30-minute fantasy series kits as well. And there's even some non-Gundam and non-30MFs kits. Let's not waste any more time, and let's get to them. As usual, starting off with the smallest kits, we have another SDW Heroes. And this one is Arthur Gundam MK3. As I've said before, I am starting to collect more and more of these. On these SD kits, what I like is the level of detail, at least in the art box. We have some really nice side images here. And right here is the Excalibur made of clear parts. A very nice kit overall. And I do plan on building at least one of these in the near future. But the question is, which one should I start off with? Moving on to the high grades. We picked up the MSN 001 Delta Gundam. And this is the transformable mobile suit prototype. And basically it is a Hyakushiki, as we can see right here from the artwork. This kit looks really cool. And actually this one is gold plated. We can see some cool shots right here on this side. So we can see how shiny it is. And this side we have some illustrations, normal and transformed. On the other side, we can see those as well. Here in mobile suit mode. And then right here, Wave Rider mode. Comes with these weapons. So we get a beam rifle and a beam saber. Two beam sabers. I really do like the MSB kits. They really have a really cool aesthetics to them. Here's another really cool unicorn kid, and one that I've been wanting for a while. This is the Efred Schneid. And we can see right here that this is a Principality of Sion prototype, close combat mobile suit. Hence why we don't see a weapon on this guy, and just a bunch of knives. So definitely close combat. It's a Saku with knives, so what's not to love? Beautiful artwork, and we can see right here it is battling a gym, which is right here in the background. There's also another action shot right here on this side. Front and rear views, and even though it is a close combat unit, it does come with a bazooka. Couple of action shots on this side. It does have a nice level of detail. Here we can see the weapons that it comes with. It comes with 14 heat darts, that is a lot of darts, and one giant bazooka. Really cool pickup, and I've actually been trying to find the 1/100 version of this, which is the full mechanics one, but that one has been a bit hard to find. Another unicorn kit, and this one is another transformable mobile suit. This is the Anksha. Cool artwork right here. Right here in the background we can see a unicorn. Let's take a look at the side images, front and rear views. This one has some pretty cool aesthetics to it, and actually the level of detail is not bad. Here's a scene of it fighting the Unicorn Gundam. On the other side, we have some action shots, and we can see the transformations. Once transformed, you can combine it with other kits, and this comes with its own base as well. Another cool kit. It'll be fun playing with the transformation on this one. Also, I haven't seen the Zeta version of this yet. I know it exists, but I haven't seen it. And another unicorn kit. I hadn't realized how many unicorn kits we had this month till now. Either way, here we have the Wrestle, and again, another transformable mobile suit. However, this one is from the Earth Federation. Really cool shot right here on the front cover. I really like the booster shots, and that is something that I would really like to be able to replicate on some kits. Front and rear views. Another action shot right here. Very nice illustration. Here we can see some things that are movable, like the Berniers. On an action base one, not included. Front and rear views of the Wave Rider mode. Here's a nice diagram of all the parts you need to make the Wave Rider. Another beautiful kit. I really like the color scheme on this one. Moving away from the unicorn kits, here we have the RGM 79 FP. This is the Gym Striker. Another close combat unit kit. Here's a really buff Gym. Super armored. And it comes with this long spear that has two beam sabers. This thing is like a tank. I really like the color scheme on this one too. This one based off the game, Harmony of Gundam. We can see some screenshots right here. Front and rear views with the weapon on hand. On the other side, we can see some of the gimmicks. The beam spear can be adjusted. This one would definitely make a fun diorama project. Here's an older kit that just got reprinted, and this is the AMX-004-2, the Quively Mark II. I still prefer the original colors though, with the white and pink. Front and rear views. On this side we have the gimmicks. The shoulders are movable. You can open the cockpit. Here we have this cool flying pose. The individual funnels. Definitely a cool kit, yet a weird one. The Quively is one of those kits that initially I did not like at all. And then as time went by, it grew on me, and now I do think it's pretty cool. On to the premium Bandai kits. Here we have the RX-78-7 Gundam 07. This one is a newer kit as well. The look on this one is just beautiful. And as you guys may already know, I am a sucker for the RX-78 and its many alterations. Again, being a premium Bandai kit, there's not much to see on the sides. But I will put up these images so you can see what the kit actually looks like. Another cool kit, high on the list of kits that need to get built. Another very recent premium Bandai kit that just came out. And this is the G-Quox expansion set for the Red Gundam. Here we have a nice collage of images of the Red Gundam with all of those expansion parts attached to it. Here with all of the 6 bits attached. Cool shot of it with the bazooka. Here's another one. And here doing the last shot with this effect part. Here's a shot of the contents. So besides the 2 bits that you get with the actual kit, this includes the other 4 to make a total of 6. 2 bazooka types. The effect part for the last shot comes with a weapon base for the bits. Here's the connectors, so you can have 3 bits attached to each one and a set of hands. On this side we have another image of all the contents. Definitely a cool expansion, and one that I do recommend you guys getting, especially if you do like the Red Gundam or if you already build it. This just completes everything. On to some bigger kits, still within the HG grade. Here we have the new RX-105 XI Gundam, or as sometimes I like to call it, the She Gundam. However, this is from the new Hathaway movie that came out not too long ago, and is actually still in theaters here in Japan. The only thing that I know that distinguishes this version from the original one is that for sure this one comes with a damaged shield and maybe some other extra parts. Besides that, I haven't given it a closer look to see what are the other differences. Here we have it next to the original one, and looking at them side by side, we can definitely see some of those differences now. However, the differences are subtle. These shoulder plates right here do appear to be exactly the same. However, on the arms right here, it could be the angle, but I do think these ones definitely do look a lot bigger. These appear to be more elongated than they do on the original version. The V-fin definitely is different. This one is more curved and smooth. Very cool artwork. Here we see in mid-battle with a lot of stuff going on in the background. We have the missiles going on, and here's a damaged shield. And here in the background, we can see the new kit, the Alyzeus. At first I thought that was a ship. On this side, we can see the front and rear views of the MS form. It gives you 2 options when building the shield, either normal or damaged. So here it tells you that you do get 2 face parts. You get the original one and the newly designed one. Comes with some newly designed parts. We can definitely see a bit of improvement here. If you don't have the original XI Gundam, then I recommend you guys getting this version instead, as you're getting that and more from this one. And if you already have the XI Gundam, then technically you don't need this one. But because of the extra features, I still think it's worth it. Onto the fully new and most anticipated kit. This is the massive Earth Federation Experimental Training Mobile Suit, the TXFF-104. Alyzeus, the second kit from the new Hathaway movie. As you can see, this thing is massive. We had to pull back just to be able to fit it in screen. Super beautiful artwork. And this is definitely a much better looking kit than the Penelope. To me, it still has that bird look to it though. Let's take a look at some of the side images. Here we have the front and rear view of the MS form. Definitely a bulky kit. Here it is being shown on an Action Base 7, sold separately. However, it does come with its own display base. And here it is in flight mode. And did I mention you're getting two kits right here instead of one? And that second one would be the mass-produced type new Gundam. Here we have a shot of all the weapons and some detail shots underneath. A very beautiful, super cool kit, and one that definitely needs to get built ASAP. That being said, this is the next kit that's getting a full unboxing and review. So look forward to that. On to the master grades, and here we have one that we just saw as an HG. This is the RGC-95C Reso. However, this is the commander type. Just by looking at this artwork right here on the front cover, which is really cool by the way, I really like this shot here. I can't tell what makes this the commander type. Looking at the sides, we have our front and rear view. This is a really cool gun. And here we have the front and rear views of the Wave Rider. Another cool shot and showing some of the gimmicks for the head, shoulder, and hip joint. On the other side, we have an image of the figure that you can put inside the cockpit. Close-up of the weapons. Here it is with the Mega Beam Launcher, propped on an Action Base 1. Sold separately, of course. This one looks really nice, showing all that inner frame. Definitely a cool kit for sure. Next up, another of the F90 Gundams. And this is the F93Y Cluster Gundam. This one is actually not that old. It's only 2 years old, so it's relatively new. Beautiful artwork right here. I really like the energy shield. And this one, I believe, is also transformable. On this one, I really like the classic color scheme and these two giant rifles on the sides. Here are the front and rear views, along with the core fighter and core booster. Here are some cool action shots. We can see the beam shield right here as well. The beam bazooka can be attached. We can see some of the markings here. On the other side, like all the other F90s, we can see that you can buy extensions for them. Here's a little summary of that. If you want to go and do the F90 A to C project. I have a couple of the extensions for this one already. Very awesome kit. And like I said, I do have 1 or 2 expansions for this one as well. Here's a long-awaited classic kit that I've been wanting to get for a very long time as a master grade. And we finally achieved that. This is a 2002 master grade Sion. And this box is pretty thick. Here in the background, on the bottom right corner, we can see the TriStars. On the top area, we have this battle scene with the Solomon. Here we have the front and rear view, and this thing already looks massive. It comes with its own dedicated base, which is this really cool like platform with steps. Here we can see the figure that it comes with, Shard. Cool close-up of the head, where we can see that the mono eye is movable. Showing off a bit of the inner frame, you can open the cockpit. Details at the bottom of the skirt. Cool action pose on this side. Here in a battle pose with the arms detached. It comes with bases for the arms as well. That's cool. The head can be detached. Very awesome kit. And even though it's a bit old, it still holds up. And with a bit of work, this can be truly amazing. Next up, some pre-owned Bandai kits. And here we have the F90 Gundam, F90 N-Type. And this one is another really cool looking one. I really like how the armor looks here. Again, there's really not much to show here. There aren't any images on the sides of the box. But I will put up some images on screen so you can see what this looks like. Another really cool addition to our F90 collection. Another pre-owned Bandai kit. And this one is the Gundam Astray Mirage Frame 2nd issue. And this one here is quite unique. Just by looking at it, it almost feels like it belongs to a different series than Gundam. This one also transforms into this dog creature that you see here in the background. Here's some images of what that looks like. Very interesting kid, and I do definitely like the way this looks. On to our last premium Bandai Master Grade. This one is from Bill Divers, and this one is the Quively Damned. For this one, I really need to post some images because you won't be able to tell what this looks like just by looking at the box. There's no image of the kit itself anywhere on the box. But it looks really, really cool though. This one I was lucky to get and glad that I did, as it is only through Premium Bandai. Next up, 30 Minute Fantasy, the series that we've been getting into and shamefully have not had a chance to build yet. Here we have the Liber Fighter, somewhat similar to the Liber Knight, except that this one is a lot bulkier and it comes with an axe. Here we have the contents. It does seem to come with a lot of parts. Here's the silhouette. This time it is orange. Job change is the Liber Fighter. Nice action shot right here. And the class of job changes are either a Liber Warrior or a Liber Viking. Out of these two, I think I do prefer the Liber Warrior. On the other side, we have the front and rear view. Another very cool 30 Minute Fantasy kit. And something I forgot to mention is that the element for this one is Earth. I think this is our first and only Earth element kit we have. For this one, we did pick up the class armor. And like I said before, I picked up the Liber Warrior because this is the one I like. I think what I like the most about this one is the helmet with the two giant horns right here. Here's the contents that it comes with. On the back side, we can see the individual contents. And you can also see the ones for the Liber Viking as well. Very cool kit. And now that I've been looking at these images a little bit longer, I really like the spikes on the shoulders. And that got me thinking that it would be cool if this was turned into a sort of a 30 Minute Fantasy Saku version. Next up, another item shop. And this one is item shop 3. This is the weapon option. And as the title suggests, what you get on this kit are some optional weapons, along with this weapons rack. And here we can see that this is compatible with not just these weapons, but plenty of others. Which means if you're collecting various kits, you're gonna need more than one of these. On this side, we can see all of the contents. Here's the archer with a knife. Here's a thief with the scimitar. Here's a Rosen knight with the longsword. I think this is a Rosen fighter with the horseman's flail. And yes, if you own multiple sets, then you can put them side by side as you see right here. On the other side, we can see the contents painted. I really like this kit since it gives us a lot more variety and it is always fun to mix and match. Which means that eventually I am gonna have to get a couple more of these. Next up, another item shop. And this one is the Knight option set. On this one, instead of weapons, we get armor pieces. At the top right here, we can see we get 2 face plates, 2 different types of shoulder armor, 2 chest pieces, a couple of potions, some joints, a shield, more armor down here, and 2 chests, and some more joints. Well, we can see what that looks like right here. A closer look at all the contents. And here we can see what both of them would look like when equipped to someone, in this case, an armor cross. Now here they are equipped to a Liber Knight. Both of the treasure chests can be opened, and you could put the potions inside, items, weapons, or anything else you want for that matter. On this side, we can see how it looks painted. That looks really nice. And here it tells you that some of those joints can be used for the 30 Minute Sisters. So if you want to give them some armor, you could totally do so. Definitely a cool kit to further enhance the other kits. Next up, we got the newest 30 Minute Fantasy kits. And this one is the Necros Knight. Also, if you haven't noticed, from this month forward, all Bandai kits come with the Bandai Hobby logo as well. Which, in my opinion, I dislike. I don't like this logo. This, to me, doesn't even look like a B. It looks more like a K. Besides that, the Necros Knight is really, really cool looking. I really like the aesthetics on this one. The black armor, the giant horns. The dead sight right here looks really cool as well. Here we can see all of the contents laid out. The all dark silhouette. Some cool action poses. Here with the dead sight, and then here with a sword, which looks really cool also. So the element for this one is dark. And here we can see why it is called a Necros Knight, if his name was not clue enough. These two skeletons right here are also new. These are the Droll skeleton. On the other side, we have our front and rear view, our summary of Necros Knight. Very cool kid. And here we can see that the line is expanding. First, all we had was Liver and Rosen. Then we had dragons. Now we have Necros Knight. And then who knows what else is going to come up next. But I am definitely excited for it. And here's the other kit to go along with the Necros Knight. This is the Droll skeleton. And on this kit, you get 2 skeletons. And here we can see that each of them comes with different weapons. This one comes with this chains wrapped around his body, a dagger, a cleaver, and this one only comes with a, I don't know, like a spear of sorts. They look really, really cool. On this side, we have the contents, cool action poses. And here's something interesting. You can take all of those weapons and combine them into a single one. Of course, you can mix and match. You can attach the weapons to the various joints. And of course, you can mix and match with other sets. Here's one of the skeletons with the Rosen Fighter armor attached to it. And this one with the Rosen Knight armor. If you're building a set, you could make it look like some of the knights have perished. And then this is what they end up like. I really, really like this set. So I definitely need to get myself a couple more of these. Let's go ahead and end this video with the last 2 kits that are neither Gundam nor 30-minute fantasy kits. This one is also from Bandai. And this is a 30-minute preference. So this is Rei Ayanami from Evangelion. And this one came out a couple months ago, but I didn't get it. And then I regretted not getting it. So here we can see Rei with this weapon. I forgot what this is called. Comes with a pair of broken glasses. And this thing down here. Let's look at some of the side images. So here we can see what those things are. The spear is the Spear of Longinus. Gendo's glasses. And this is the SDAT. Here it tells you how tall the figure is. And with some of the extra parts, you can do various poses. Speaking of parts, we can see here you also get a bunch of hands. It is really cool that you get this sheet of water decals with various eyes expressions. On the other side, we have the front and back views. Another very cool kit, and one that's going to look really nice next to Asuka. And to end our video, we have this special kit. This one is from Kotobukiya. This is Mega Man 11 version, or as it is known in Japan, Rockman. Now there's a lot of versions of Mega Man, but this is the one that I like, and the one that I am more familiar with as well. What I like about this one is the very anime feeling to it, and also this one is the one that they use for the Marvel vs. Capcom game. Taking a look at the sides, here we have the front and rear views. What's really cool about this kit is that it also comes with some effect parts. You can also exchange the cannon for an arm, and it comes with 2 heads, one with the helmet and one without. And not only that, but you also get several face parts to change the facial expressions. This is another one that I'm really looking forward to getting built as well. And I get all these crazy ideas of not only getting this one built, but recreating some of the scenes from the game would be cool. Thank you for joining me in another monthly haul video. Did you see any of your favorites among these, or any that you would recommend me to be on the lookout for? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm always looking forward to new kits. That being said, we'll see what comes in next month. But until then, have a nice day, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.